Hi, I'm Naomi Mush, and I am the author of Polly, Apron Strings, Book 1, releasing in January 2024. I thought today I would take a minute to just read to you the opening little bit, maybe page and a half, not even a full scene of Polly, just to give you a little taste of her life. And I'm not going to read the introduction because the introduction is the same in every book. It ties the books together with thoughts from Mrs. Canfield's cookery book, which is the cookbook that goes with all the heroines of the series through the decades. So I'm going to begin. Chapter 1 of Polly. Fall, 1919. Polly's mouth watered as the aroma of melted chocolate wafted upward. Heavenly. She swirled her wooden spoon through thick, glossy bubbles and inhaled the richness, but she captured the tip of her tongue between her lips and resisted the temptation to snitch even a drop, having learned that patience outweighed a scalded tongue. Everyone said Grandpa was the one with the sweet tooth, but Polly's own penchant for confections was well established. At least she had come by her taste for sugary sweets honestly, having made her favorite goodies for Grandpa for as long as he was able to enjoy them before he passed. Sugar rationing during the war had made that task a challenge. A fringe of hair dropped from her twist and tickled her temple. Polly flicked it away. Drat her slipping hairpins. Thin, straight hair made it difficult to keep pins, clips, or combs in place for long, even if she curled or twisted it. She focused again on the chocolate in the pan. Just about perfect. There. She tapped the spoon and set it aside. Grabbing one of Mrs. Adams's quilted potholders off the oaken work table, Polly grasped hold of the iron handle on the pot and removed it from the coal-fed cook stove. Cautiously, she set it on the work table in the center of the room and paused to fan herself with the potholder. The September days might be gentling, but with the stove heated up for baking, the kitchen was as warm as a summer's day. Next, Polly drizzled chocolate from a small spoon over each of the balls of gooey goodness already awaiting on a flat tray. A flurry of movement behind her announced Mrs. Adams's entry through the butler's pantry into the kitchen. "Is that chocolate I smell, or does my nose deceive me?" Without raising her eyes from her task, Polly continued her artful drizzling. "Yes, it most certainly is. I thought I might take a batch of something special to Pastor and Mrs. Swanstrom. They've helped so many people through hardships this last year. I want them to know how much they are appreciated." A broom swished behind her. "I see your tongue poking out. It must be quite delicate work." Polly pulled the tip of her tongue from the corner of her mouth. She had the habit of pinching it between her lips while in deep concentration. She straightened. "There we go. All done." She moved to set the spoon down, but on second thought shrugged and licked it clean. Perfect. Spinning to pop the spoon into a pan of warm, sudsy water in the sink, she turned again and stepped back to display the perfect candies. Ta-da! I'm going to stop there. And that just introduces you to Polly and what kind of a gal she is. She obviously loves to cook, loves to bake, loves to make candy. And again, Polly is set in 1920. It starts here at the end of 1919, but most of the book takes place in 1920, ends in 1921. And so you get a little flavor of the post-World War I world and some of the things that are going to be brewing up in Polly's life. Come back again for more tidbits, and I'll post some other first lines on future days.